Nice.
So it's October 17th, Wisconsin bow season, and I'm hunting on public land. And this is the first time I've ever been in on this land. And I walked in and did a little bit of scouting, and right near a creek that I didn't know if I was going to need to cross or not, I ended up finding some good sign, a couple rubs on a nice trail, and then another trail that intersected with that one. And I thought this would be a good place to sit, so I was going to go back and get the rest of my gear. And I kicked up a deer, and it ran to the east of me across the river. And when I got back out here, just as I was creeping into where I was going to set up the stand, I kicked up another deer from almost the same spot. So I thought, well, this must be a good place. And I set up my blind, my ground blind, in a swamp. It was actually in some water. I had to keep things off of the ground to keep it from being in the water. But I had a deer come by behind me, and it smelled me. The winds were supposed to be from the north-northeast, but they actually were coming straight from the west, and it blew right into a deer that smelled me. I saw it, and it went off. It was about 50 yards away on the other side of the stream. But then about 20 minutes before closing, I heard one snap of brush. I thought that wasn't the squirrel that I just heard. And I was going to turn my phone on with the video, but when I was reaching for the phone on the tripod, the deer was within about 25 yards. And so I just got the crossbow instead. And it took about 10 minutes. This was a very wary deer. I thought it might have been a buck the way it was acting. But just before it stepped into a little bit of an opening, I knew it was a doe, but I've got 3 tags for this county. And so I was waiting for it to take about another 10 feet of walking, but it just stood there, and I had a little bit of an opening, and I was only at 20 yards, so I knew that I could get a good shot. I took the shot, I heard it hit it, and it just fell immediately. So it's the first deer of 2019, this is, right? So first deer, it's on public land, first time hunting the property, and we've got some good meat. Praise God.